So in this video, I'm going to be talking about whether or not your cell phone can actually beat entry-level DSLR. And specifically, this is a Samsung Galaxy S6, and I'm filming with a Nikon D5200. All of the Nikon D5000, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 5600, features an APS-C sensor, 24.2 megapixels, and that is pretty standard for all entry-level DSLRs. And it's gonna go up against my Samsung Galaxy S6, which has a small, as you can see here, a camera has to fit into this small sensor here. So then the overall sensor size versus a Nikon is like this versus this small cell phone sensor. And it can shoot up to 4K, low light, supposedly low light capabilities, up to a 1.9 aperture, and it also features a 2 megapixel front facing camera. Like, even to this day, people often put away their phone and disregard it as a camera. But as you can see, cameras have quite the high capability, and they have definitely come a long way. And if you don't have the budget, or you don't want to jump straight into buying a big and investing thousands of dollars into a camera, you can always use your phone. Your phone is the best place to start. Like, nowadays, everyone has entry level into filmmaking, internet content, by just using their phone. And people often forget that, wait a minute, I have a video camera in my pocket. You don't need the biggest camera, you don't need like thousands of dollars. My biggest tip, if you want to make content online, make content for yourself, for leisure, for business, to promote your own personal brand, for marketing purposes, is start with whatever you have. The best camera you have is always the ones that you have in your hand. And for me, I happened to have a Nikon D5200, and will I ever upgrade one day? The possibility is probably, but I never let that stop me from doing my passion, from being able to turn filmmaking and use that as a medium and not be solely defined by the name on the camera that I used or whatever I had. So as you can see in the clips now, this is entirely shot on the Samsung Galaxy S6. And this over here is shot entirely on my Nikon D5200, which is apparently not known to shoot good videos. So the moral of this video is that a Samsung Galaxy S6 might not be able to completely edge out even like an entry DSLR, but it is definitely not a bad place to start. As long as you know the foundations and like understanding video and where to cut and how to edit and composition, you're already much better hands than, let's say, 20 years ago when cell phones and 4K cameras weren't a thing. So never let anyone tell you, oh, you have a really bad camera, you can't use that to film. My rebuttal to that is that as long as it shoots 1080p, 24 frames per second, I'll show you what I can do with it. My name is Peter. You're watching Broke Visionary Collective. We all start with nothing, but you can always create something.